I was left for dead. That's how my journey in entrepreneurship started. I left the corporate world and my finance and MBA degrees behind me to share my story. Welcome to That Entrepreneur Show, where resilience meets hustle. Let's build and learn from our guest now. All right, well, let's rock and roll. We're on our April strategy session here at ComingAlive Podcast Production. We've got a few all-stars with us today, some new podcasters, some getting ready to podcast, and some experienced folks as well, all over the country. My name is Vincent A. Lindsay, and I am the host of That Entrepreneur Show, and I will stick to that one because that was my first. I launched that because I was a solopreneur with no budget, and I wanted to find a way to get my message out and make a bigger impact with my book, Left for Dead. Slowly but surely, people started to listen more than once per episode, and that led me here to today to putting this call together. And now I'm going to bring on Danielle.
Well, Vincent, thank you so much for having me. So I'm Danielle Palli, and I'm a nationally board certified positive psychology and mindfulness coach and relationship coach. I am also a multimedia content creator, a multi-genre author, and book coach. So I kind of wear two hats, and I also host two different shows. So the one show that I host with Dr. Roger Landry is The Bright Side of Longevity. We've been doing it about 5 years, and it's the healthy side, the bright side of getting older, talking about healthy living in all aspects of health. And then on my YouTube side, I have a vlog under Birdland Media Works. That's my business. And I talk all about mindfulness and relationship coaching and well-being. And my why for each of them is basically healthy mind, body, and spirit, all-inclusive health and wellness. My personal, sole purpose, my why is to encourage more love, self-compassion, love for others, better communication among people. So I think to do that, doing these mindfulness practices is a good way to bring people together. So my why is to just spread more love, peace, and joy. And I know I sound like a Christmas card. So that's it for me. Thank you, Vincent.
I absolutely love it, Danielle. Thank you. And we have a few mental health folks on this call, so we'll split them up every other one. Next up, we'll bring on Mr. Wil Schmidt.
Thank you, Vincent. Yeah, so Wil Schmidt, my co-host, couldn't be with us today, but his name is Nick Menard. We host a podcast called Two for the Win that launched in October. We are already almost 100 episodes in, believe it or not. Nick and I both work for a Fortune 500 company. We're senior leaders in a client success organization. And the impetus really was Nick has a fascinating story. So he used to play professional basketball in Belgium. He immigrated over to the United States without knowing the language and has a very inspirational story. His book was published called Mindset is My Degree, and it's an Amazon bestseller. And he approached me. He's like, we talk about leadership and mindset. We also have a travel agency as our side hustle, so to speak. And then we love sports. He's like, why don't we just start a podcast? He goes, I have all these interviews lined up from this book. I'm like, sure, we talk about this stuff anyway. Why not? So we do 30-minute episodes on Monday for Monday Mindset, which is leadership, mindset, and entrepreneurship. Wednesday is Wanderlust Wednesday, where we talk about the travel industry and travel destinations and tips. And then Friday is Fanatic Friday. And it's been a ton of fun. And the real why behind it is we both are strong advocates for mentoring and coaching and trying to lift up others. And so we just figured through a variety of different topics, maybe we can make a difference in someone's life. And it's always just thinking about that one person, trying to reach one. And hopefully over time we reach many and make a positive difference.
Thank you for sharing that, Will. Everyone, him and Nick, they've got an awesome show. Again, 3 episodes per week. Nick, it's a shame he can't be here. I'll gas him up. He came over, couldn't get into America, denied 7 times. Then he gets accepted into America. He learned English watching subtitles on the TV and doing note cards. I mean, such an inspirational story. So, Nick, I hope you're listening now because we're showing you some love. Next, we'll hop to a mental health one. May or Lindsay, I'll let one of you take it away.
I can start. So my name is Sheikh-Ali, and I am starting a podcast about Ignite Human Energy. I am a medical doctor who specializes in diabetes, obesity, hormones, and metabolism. Over the 20 years plus, I always see people asking me for energy. They have no energy. They want energy. And I came to realize that our medical training doesn't cover that part. And there are other things that it's covered in Asian medicine and other techniques and basic stuff that we can do that can help us ignite our human energy.
I absolutely love it. And what is your why for starting this show here?
Why? Because I want to empower patients, empower people. I always want to help as many as I can. And I believe with the podcast, I can reach more and more people and help more and more people.
And you certainly will do that. She already has a very big YouTube presence and it's very impressive. And now let's switch it over to Tam.
Yeah, thanks so much, Vincent. I appreciate the invitation to be here. I'm Tam Smith. I am a sales growth strategist and the founder of Studio 349 Sales Marketing. And I help creative agencies and service pros in the feast or famine cycle with predictable, sustainable sales solutions. I recently launched the Sales as Service podcast because my attitude is that sales is an act of service. It's about what you give, not what you get. I'm really hoping to change the mindset around sales and business development. And my big why around this was I understand the value of being consistently visible for your brand and for your business. And I realized I could not be asking my clients to do something I was not doing myself. So trying to lead by example. And I guess my personal big why really is it's a heavy lift for a high functioning introvert. I am a self-confessed high functioning introvert. And when it comes to frankly sales, business development, business growth, we all know what to do. It's just taking that next right action. So it's my challenge to myself to get out of my own way and take the next right action in my own business growth and development and reach a larger audience, and through my interviews, be able to share some advice that'll help people get out of their own way and get to their next level in their business.
I think you're doing all of that. So congratulations on getting this done. And now it's back to that mental health flip. Dr. Lindsay Frey, tell us about the show.
I am Dr. Lindsay Frey. I am a licensed clinical psychologist, and my podcast is Mental Health Without Borders, the Global Wellness Podcast. I'm really excited about it, and it's because it combines some of my loves, which are travel, mental health, and then overall wellness and balance. And so I am interviewing therapists from around the world to see how their cultures navigate wellness, balance, and mental health as well, because I think that there are a lot of similarities that we have across the globe, and then there's also different ways that we handle wellness and balance that could impact our mental health or impact not having mental health struggles. And so the conversations are fantastic. I'm learning something. I know that everybody else will learn something as well. But the takeaway, hopefully, is that people will learn how to be well better, maybe add something to their life that could be helpful for them or for their family. Also, just learn about other cultures and how they navigate life, because it's so different from Denmark to Australia to Canada to Italy to France. And the things that they focus on and the things that are important to them. Some of them are similar to us and some of it is different. So I think that this is a really good podcast for people who are interested in mental health issues, interested in travel and learning about other cultures around the world, or just needs better wellness and balance in their life.
What would you say the why for you being here tonight is?
The why for me is curiosity. So I love learning about other cultures. Anytime I do travel abroad, anytime I go somewhere, I always talk to them about their life and their lifestyle and how long they've been there, if they've grown up there, and what their family is like, what their focus is. And so that's something that ignites me when I travel. Like I went to Norway last year and I learned a ton from the people that were locals there. I got to speak with a psychologist there. When I was there, I was doing some trainings, and just that approach is completely different. The healthcare is so different. And so because I'm so curious about it and I learned so much about it, I thought it would be something to bring to other people as well. Maybe people who can't travel, but that are curious and want to know about some of these conversations.
Very good point there. Thank you for putting this into the world, everyone. And last but not least, we're going out to North Carolina and we're talking to Phillip. He's got 2 podcasts. Phillip, tell us about your shows.
What's up, Vincent? Thank you again for hosting this space. So yes, Phillip, I also go by Phenom. It's an acronym: Preparation, Hustle, Education, Network, Overcoming Mentorship. And so, yeah, it's a mouthful. My first podcast, Execute the Secrets to Fast Success, was supposed to be a play on my first second book, actually, just being able to talk to entrepreneurs and figure out how they went from ideation to execution to be able to make sure that they are focusing on what is actually going to make them money and not just staying in their head and overthinking. So anywhere between early entrepreneurs or people that have been established. So that was what that podcast is about. Then the other one, personal branding Phenom. So focusing on interviewing professionals and, a broad range of professionals, whether they are entrepreneurs, freelancers, or people that just work in corporate as well, understanding how they have been able to leverage their brand to secure job opportunities, clients, or even build their business. And so that podcast is perfect for anyone that is an early career professional, especially between the ages of 21 to about 27, and anyone also looking to pivot their careers, because as we grow, our career may grow, we may change, careers can change as well. So is perfect for either of those type of individuals. And so why I'm here today, enjoy being able to network and just meet other like-minded individuals. It's always amazing to be in the room with thought leaders and people that are actually executing on their ideas and not just letting it sit there, and people that are putting good energy out in the world and trying to change the lives of others. So that's why I'm here tonight.
Well, I thank you, everyone, for sharing a little bit about your shows, about your whys. Everyone tuning in, if you're not as passionate about your subject area as these guests are, podcasting may not work out for you because there's a lot of learning curves. It takes time to grow your show and get that traction. But once you do, it is one of the best business cards you never knew you needed. After a book, of course, I think a book is just great because you mail it and you give it away at speaking engagements. But podcasts, hey, come on my show. Let's chat about it. And as Lindsay said before, you're really connecting people all around the world, which is so cool. This is a look into our Coming Alive podcast production strategy call for April 2025. We're signing off here. Thank you, everyone, for coming on the call.